things, it basically raised me, like, whatever it was, whether I was happy, unhappy, crying, sad or whatever, go to my room. Fair enough, you've got grime, and you've got all these other things that people rap on and spit on, but it's all started on hip-hop, innit? Like, and hip-hop obviously was more than lyrics, it was a way of life for them, like, from the scratching to the graffiti, the chain wearing and everything. That's where it comes. That is hip hop as a whole. Hip hop ain't just music. It's a culture, and I think that's why they call grime like the English hip hop, because they think like that's our culture.
It's crazy now because hip hop as a music now is widely, you know, it's pop music basically, you know, to most people. And when we started listening to it, it was far from that. You know, you didn't see any of that stuff in the show.
NWA came out. It was like Two Live Crew being banned. It was like the rawest shit. You know, like, it was just before like death metal came out and took the title for the rawest shit. But yeah, man, it was us lot basically. Look what it's done now, you know. So they were right. It probably wasn't a good influence.
Ladies and gentlemen. Where's Dilla, man? Fuck.
I've got a good story to tell about I asked Chuck B what the fuck's up with flavour, basically. I was basically asking him why is Flavour in the group? Public Enemy. Because, do you know what I mean? He gets caught on all these misdemeanors. Public Enemy is supposed to be a certain thing, and he gets caught with crack and whatever, whatnot. And then he said to me, basically, you got friends, right? I said, yeah. He said, some of your friends are cool, right? I said, yeah. He said, some of your friends are fucked up, right? I said, yeah. He said, because they're fucked up, are they no longer your friends? I said, oh, you know what? You're right, you know. And I've got a lot of fucked up friends, so I actually understood. At the end of the day, I turned around and had to give a speech for Jay-Z. Like, it's not even a speech to Jay-Z. He was supposed to give a speech about his book, his own book, Decoded. But he turned around and decided to make me do the speech. There's no warning and there's no preparation. He does a little introduction. Then he goes, oh yeah, by the way, there's someone that can tell you about the book better than I can. Eddy. I had to give a speech to CNN, NBC, Rolling Stone. I've never been so scared in my life. Apparently I didn't mess it up, but in my head, all I was saying was wow, 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 wow.
So obviously we're piffing in the rave, whatever, and Elzai's there and he's got no throw in it. So I took him the blunt or whatever, and like he was like, oh, like I want to get more of this shit, man. I was like, cool, whatever, take my number. We got Joe for bare hands. We'll give you that. We'll give you that as well, yeah. Actually reminded me of another story. I'll tell that afterwards, innit? And then fucking, so I must have burned the blunt with him, whatever. And in Plastic People, behind the decks, there's like a little section, little room around the back where you can smoke and shit. Artists can smoke. So a few of us, man, we were chilling there, smoking a blunt, and I was like, yeah, let me kick a freestyle to you. I was like, innit? Because I thought I like to freestyle. I was a bit wavy, innit? I thought, let me kick the freestyle. So I kicked the little freestyle, and then Elzai's like, oh, he kicked his thing, innit? And this is about a year ago, yeah. And the verse, he spat. There's a verse from Elmatic, innit? I remember it. So, and I only just dropped recently, innit?
I say he was more than music. It wasn't just a music thing. It's spiritual, do you know what I mean? People got behind it. That's why when he died, it's like 14 years after and he's still here. That's because there's a message behind his music, not just good music. As time goes, everybody makes good music. Good music's everywhere. But soul in a tune and spitting what you mean, that's not everywhere no more. Do you get me?
I got in trouble for listening to it because I shouldn't have been listening to it because it had all the swear words and the interludes and girls doing lots of stuff that little kids shouldn't be listening to girls doing, and then that was it. Like, I was like, yeah. So Snoop's is like honestly not really one of my favorite rappers anymore, but that album did impact me in one of the most like biggest ways that an album could impact in a 10-year-old kid or something, however I was at the time. Do you know what I mean?
I woke up one morning in my bedroom and looked up, and there was this bluest and bluest of seas, and then the yacht was just cutting through, and then Jay-Z was saying Big Pimpin', and that's what captured my imagination, I think. I know it seems sad and shallow and that, but I mean, when you're young, those are the dreams I had.
I was on tour with one of the guys from The Roots, Scratch, you know, the beatboxer. And so, you know, like obviously, I was in the room watching South Park or something like that. I'm thinking, you know, South Park is quite, yeah, man, fuck you, Kenny, it's that. And I'm thinking, right, maybe I should turn this over because, you know, The Roots, like obviously they're, you know, pure, you know, I thought, yeah, it might be a bit too rude, you know what I mean? I should be watching like, you know, the History Channel or something. So, like, yeah, they said he's on his way. And I was like, oh, you know, all right, let me just turn it over, you know, see what it's like. Bam, 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 he comes in. I was like, wow, what you saying? Yeah, hey. You know, he's like, yo, what up, man? I was thinking, yeah, you know, he's gonna be like, prim and proper, no bling, no, you know, like one of the purists. He came, yo, man, that motherfucking nigga out there gave me motherfucking shit, man. I told this motherfucker, get the fuck out my face, man. Hey, you got any weed? Well, I was like, hold on, let me just turn it back to South Park. Yeah, carry on.
So I even remember like NWA and them, man. I remember one of my white friends was asking me like, how come they're saying like nigga all the time, calling people nigga? Like he was actually shook to say the word nigga. But I was like, I don't know. But you look at it now, my nigga's a daily word, bro. Like, yeah, you said my nigga, man ain't even black. You said nigga, you know what I mean? So that goes though, man. That's how music inspires people. It changes situations. Like they defeated the whole nigga word with that music movement. So that's how hip hop moves, man. You know what I mean? It inspires people. It changes the way people dress, changes the way people talk, changes the way people act and react.